Hi everybody, my name's Liz and I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. It's lovely to have you here. So today's video is going to be sharing what my plans are for July. Now I know that it is July the 12th today, so it's a Sunday and it's almost halfway through July, but I still thought it would be worth me sharing what I'm planning to make for the rest of July. So if you don't know, I'm a primary school teacher and we've got one more week left of term. So I break up on Thursday and then my girls and husband, they break up on Friday. I think it's going to be quite an emotional day because it's my daughter's last day. My eldest daughter's in year 6, so it's her last day at school, and then obviously she leaves primary school due to start secondary school in September. So it's lovely actually that I finish on Thursday because it means I can drop her at school and pick her up, because it'll be the last time that I'm taking her there. So can't say I'm looking forward to that day because yeah, it's sort of end of an era, and it's not been the end of year 6 like we would have hoped it would have been because of everything going on. So then I've got a couple of weeks, or is it, I think it'll be like a week and a bit in July, and then the rest of August is the summer holidays, and I do plan to stop working for a couple of weeks and then I'll be going into work to get my classroom ready for the new children that are joining us. So I'll have a good couple of weeks of you know, day trips with my family, but also hoping to squeeze in some sewing time. So I've already said to my husband I'd like a couple of days of just me being able to sew and he can take the children out, and likewise I'll do the same. I'll take the girls out and he can do whatever it is that he wants to do, probably gaming and napping. They're his two favourite things. So before I get started on my July plans, I'll talk to you very briefly about what I'm wearing, and I'll put pictures in of me in this dress because it'll be very difficult to show it on screen properly. But this is the Experimental Space Rosetti Dress, I nearly forgot the name then, in this beautiful like leopard print fabric. It's got such beautiful drape, and I got this from First for Fabric. So it's a full length dress, it's a maxi dress. The pockets are incredible. Absolutely adore the pockets in this dress, and the skirt is so swishy, and then it's got this like open back detail here, and when I shared photos of me in this dress, lots of people said, is it bra friendly? And it absolutely is. Like, I'm wearing a bra with this dress, and you can't see it at the back, so yes, it is bra friendly. So on to my July plans. Now a couple of these things I have actually already made up. Like I said, we're almost 2 weeks into July. So there's a couple of things that I've already made up. And the first one is an indigo dress in this beautiful leopard print fabric from a material girl Laura. And I'll insert pictures of me wearing it because that's already finished for July. As soon as I saw this fabric, I just knew instantly that it needed to be an indigo. It's such a beautiful fabric and it's absolutely my favourite colour, and it's really drapey, which is perfect for the Tilly and the Buttons indigo. So I have got, as usual, where have I put it? Oh, it's here. I used the add-on pack for that, so I wanted to do this full length. The sleeves, I've done cap sleeves because I didn't want really long sleeves on, so I've done this type of sleeve, which is great. I've done the button down back, and then I've added the long skirt and then the frill at the bottom, and I absolutely adore this pattern. Like, I've made it so many times. So that was first on my list for July, so I've already done that one, which is great. And then I wanted to have a go at, I'm really enjoying hacking things at the moment, so really making the most of patterns that I've already got in my stash and hacking them. So again, I've seen loads of summer dresses that have got like panelled skirts, you know, with different tiers, and I had this fabric from Lamazi fabric, so I wanted to turn it into a dress that had like tiered panels and then a ruffle at the bottom. And I used the Safiya dungarees from the Tilly and the Buttons Make It Simple. I used the dungaree pattern because I really love this bodice shape and their straps. So I used that as a base and then used the skirt of the indigo as a base for the length because I knew how long I wanted it to be, and actually it just falls just below my knee, because what I did with the skirt is I cut it into 4 sections and then stitched it together so I had the panel effect. So I knew that I wanted to have a summer dress in this, and again, I did say this in July, this is turning into a makes video. I will be talking about other plans that I'm hoping to sew, but I hacked the straps gosh, I can't get my words out. I hacked the straps so they're tied, and then I hacked the front to include a button placket down the front, and I use these beautiful buttons from Ethel & Joan. Anyone I talk about and any fabrics I talk about, I'll link them all down below as well. So that was another thing on my July makes plans, which I thought I'd include in this video, but I've already got around to doing. The next thing is a big project. So I've talked about this previously when I shared this fabric. So this is a baby pink denim that I got from Like So Amazing. It's lovely, beautiful baby pink, really lovely and soft. It's already been in the wash, and that's a remnant that I've got left because I've already cut this out. So I'm going to make the Sew Over It Mia jeans, and they're listed as an intermediate, and this is from the Worked Weekend, the Worked Weekend ebook. So I'm just trying to find, I've printed it in black and white, so the pictures aren't brilliant, I'm afraid, but they're just a straight up and down skinny fit jeans, patch pockets on the back, no pockets on the front, and then they just fasten. They've got a zip fly and then a button at the front. So I'm going to be using the, oh, here's a line drawing to show you, quite straightforward. So they are an intermediate pattern, that's what they're described as being, and I'm going to be using this denim. I've never made jeans before. If I'm honest, they terrify me because of the fit. I know from other trouser patterns that I've made, I have an issue with anything that is sort of figure hugging around my waist and hips, because my hips are quite small in comparison to my waist measurement. When I'm looking at patterns, my hip measurement always sits at the smallest size of the pattern, and then my waist is always around an 8 or a 10 of the pattern, or like the second or third size up. So there's always quite a big difference between my hips and my waist. I also find I always have to do a sway back adjustment too. So I know that these will be a bit, not fiddly, but I will have to do a lot of fitting. So I'll base them, try them on, and just check that they fit really. But I'm looking forward to giving them a go because they're quite a simple jeans pattern. So for my first foray into making jeans, I think it'll be quite a good pattern to get my teeth stuck into. And this baby pink denim I think will look really cute as the Mia jeans. So I'm really looking forward to giving those a go. I'm gonna wait until school has finished so that I can really concentrate on those, because I think I want to really make my time. I want to take my time and really get the fit perfect on those, and then mark all my adjustments onto my pattern, and then hopefully I can try something like the Dawn jeans, which, you know, have got a bit more detail about them. So that was the next thing. Okay, so next on my list is a new pattern, and it's from Jennifer Lauren Handmade, and it's the Bastion Collapse. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Bastion Collapse, B-A-S-T-I-O-N. I'm not quite sure how to say them. But they are a really lovely pair of culottes, really wide-legged. I don't have the instructions to show you because I've just been accessing them on my laptop because it's a PDF download only. But I'll insert line drawings so you can see what they look like. And I'm going to be using this beautiful blue chambray that I bought from Material Girl Laura. And I originally got this because I wanted to do a maxi dress version of the indigo, but actually they're perfect for culottes. So I've been sharing snippets over on Instagram of the button detail because they've got a really interesting button detail on them. So the buttons start on the waistband and then they go all the way along the pocket edge, which is a really beautiful way of sort of adding fastenings, I guess. And you undo those buttons to get your culottes on and then fasten them up. So it's just a really beautiful detail. And I put pictures in of a close-up of what the button detail looks like on the culottes. Really wide-legged, like I said, high-waisted, really deep pockets, which I'm always there for. Great when you've got children and you're out and about and they need to give you lots of bits and bobs to put in your pockets. And just great anyway, even if you don't have children. So that is on my next sort of to-do list. I'm halfway through making those. I've just got to add some more buttons and then hem the bottom, which will be quite a lot of hemming because they're so wide. I'm looking forward to making those. Then I wasn't planning to make these, but I saw this pattern, and if you've watched some of my previous videos, you'll know that I absolutely love a paper bag waist. And Megan Nielsen has released the Opal pants and shorts. So here's the pattern. It's a really simple, relaxed fit, high-waisted trouser set, and you can make shorts as well, and I'm definitely going to make some of the shorts. And it's the waist, of course it's got a waist, it's the paper bag detail that I absolutely love. You can see it better on here. So I'm going to be making a pair of those, and I've got some viscose that I got from Material Galore that's been in my stash for a while. This lovely blue with like mustard specks. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to use that to make some of the Opal trousers, and I'm definitely going to do the paper bag waist version to begin with. And then if they sew up nicely, which I'm sure they will, I'm going to make some of the shorts versions because I've got a few scrap pieces of fabric which I'll definitely be able to get the shorts out of. Just over a yard, so I think I'll be able to get a couple of pairs of the shorts out of some of the scrap fabric. So I'm planning to make those, and that is a beginner pattern, so it's just got 1 dot out of 5 for skill level. So I think they should sew up quite quickly because it's, from what I can see, it's an elasticated waistband, and then there's the option to have some cording, or you can do a belt. I quite like the belt look, so I'm going to be using that fabric to make a pair of those, which I'm really looking forward to doing. And then I got the Sew Over It Summer Dreaming ebook recently, and I saw a beautiful version of the Ravello dress. I think it was Lisa that was she might have been doing it for one of her sew-alongs, but I saw a beautiful version in this gorgeous green fabric, and it's made me just want to make. So this is the Ravello dress, and you get so many different variations of it. I'm sure I've picked up the line drawing. Yeah, so you can make it into a maxi dress, which is version 1. You can make it into a shorter version, so it finishes at the knee. You can make it into a top that's got sort of, it's not really a peplum, but it's just a longer top. And then you can make it into a cropped top. So you get 4 different variations, and it's called the Ravello dress. And I've got 2 fabrics as a possibility because I can't make my mind up at the moment. They're both from Sew Me Sunshine, but bought a couple of months ago. And the first one is this beautiful yellow. I just absolutely love that. It screams summertime. And it's also got these beautiful teal flowers in, which I just love that detail. Sorry, it's creased because it's been in the wash. And then these pink and red flowers, which are just lovely. So that's a possibility, and it's got such a beautiful amount of drape, which I think would work really well for the Ravello dress. Or I've got this fabric, which is a pink with red flowers, which again, it's coming up a bit more pink on screen than it actually is. It's slightly softer pink, more closer to like a, I guess, candy floss pink. I think that would be a good way to describe it. But again, it's got beautiful weight to it and beautiful drape. So either of those, I'm not quite sure which one yet. I guess I'll see when I come around to making it which one I fancy making it out of the most. But yeah, I think they'll both be okay for my colouring. And I think that dress, yeah, it's got, I don't know, so you can see it finishes with bias binding all the way around the edge. So I think that's going to be a little bit fiddly to do. So I'm going to leave that for when school's finished. So maybe the last week of July, I'll get that sewn up. But I'm really looking forward to having a go at making that. And then I think the last thing on my list is this beautiful Rosetti dress from Selkie Patterns. So it's a new pattern that's just come out. And again, there's loads of different variations, which I absolutely love when they provide you with lots of different variations for their pattern. But I also really love being able to hack a pattern and, you know, make it into your own. But anyway, this is called the Rosetti dress. You can make a top with like a peplum. You can make a knee-length dress. And then there's different options to add, like there's a ruffle here. This version, you can add a ruffle just below the knee. And then this version, which is the maxi with the, you can do the optional split. You can add a ruffle along the waist seam. And then there's also, I think, oh yeah, this one. There's options here. You can add a ruffle along sort of the shoulder. I think it's a raglan sleeve seam line. So you can add ruffles there, which is cute. So I'm planning to make the maxi, and I'm going to be adding this ruffle at the raglan sleeve section. I'm not going to do the ruffle around the neckline because I think that'd be too fussy, and I'm not going to do the ruffle along the waist because the fabric I'm using, I just want it to be able to just speak for itself really. I don't want to break it up too much because it's this beautiful green floral fabric. I think all my fabrics have included florals, or quite a lot of them have included florals. It's really lovely. So I'm really looking forward to making that up. It's a new pattern to me. I do really like being able to make new patterns. and I've seen some beautiful versions online of the Selkie Rosetti dress. So that is what I'm planning to do. And then the other thing I haven't shown you in this video, maybe I'll go and get it actually. So yeah, the last thing that I'm going to make, it's all cut up and I've got it in my little folder. I've shared this before, but I'm going to be making the jumpsuits for my girls. So I've got them cut out. This was in my June plans. So they're both going to be getting the Ikiti Brooklyn jumpsuit. I'll put pictures in of what it looks like because I've left the pattern over there. In this beautiful Ruby Star fabric with tigers on. That one's for Lola. And then Ruby is having the Dash Hound one because she loves Dash Hounds. Let me hold it up and show you. It's a bit creased because it's been in the folder. It's got these cute little Dash Hounds on. So this was in my June plans, but I just didn't have time. Work was quite busy, so I just didn't get around to doing it. And I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to really take my time. So this will be the first thing that I get sewn up when school's finished next week. And actually, I might get a bit of time on Friday when they're at school and I'm at home. I might be able to start sewing those up. So I'm really looking forward to getting those finished for them because I think they look really lovely. I do like making things for them. It's just frustrating when they outgrow them. Ruby is shooting up, you know, she's getting taller and taller. It's like every morning she wakes up and I think, gosh, you've grown another inch overnight. I don't know where she gets her height from. I mean, I'm 5'5". My husband, I think he's about 5'8", 5'9". So we're not like a really tall family. She's definitely going to be taller than I am. She's almost the same height as I am. So I'm looking forward to getting those sewn up. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, but get your help with if possible. So I put I put a question over on Instagram to say if anyone could help me. That would be lovely. Sorry, I haven't taken it out of the tissue. But I bought this broderie anglaise, I can never say that word, fabric from Felicity Fabrics, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think this is called Martha. I've got the swatch here actually. Yeah, Martha. It's beautiful. That shows it better actually. That's the swatch. So that's what it's like. But I'll hold it up so you can see. It's white. It's beautiful. It's got this gorgeous detail on it. They're almost like flowers, I guess. So beautiful. I cannot wait to make it into something. But I don't know what to make it into. I think because it's white, I'm a little bit terrified of wearing anything that's white. I spill things all the time, so I'm a little bit scared to make something that's white in case I spill on it and then I stain it. But I do think it needs to be a dress or maybe a top. And then actually when my daughter was getting dressed, I rediscovered this dress that she's got, which is a Zara dress. So pretty. It's got this sort of square neckline and then this double ruffle sleeve, which I just adore. So sleeve there and then it's got a ruffle, almost like the Nina Lee Park Lane dress where she's got the ruffle on top of the sleeve, but the sleeve is like a flutter sleeve. And then that goes down the front and it goes down the back, and it's got button down back, and then it's got this gorgeous like full skirt. So this has sort of been my inspiration of what I want to make, but I don't know a pattern that's similar to it. So I wanted your help. If you know of a pattern that's similar, it's got like a square neckline, these lovely ruffly sleeves and dress, skirt. And I don't know if I can, like they've utilised that lovely trim or the edging of it as the hem, which I quite like. I don't know if I'd be able to do that with the fabric that I've got. But yeah, we'll see. I'm looking for a dress pattern. I think I want it to become a dress. So if you've got any suggestions, of what I can turn this beautiful fabric into, let me know down below, because I'd really welcome suggestions. I did get lots and lots of suggestions over on Instagram, which is great, but I'm all for, you know, you can never have too many suggestions of patterns. So that is all of my plans. A couple of things, like I said, I've already started doing, or they are completely finished. And the first week of the holidays, I'm really looking forward to being able to have a couple of days of sewing, just to sort of completely switch off from work. And we'll have obviously days out and things planned in between. Let me know what you're working on currently, and if you've got any suggestions of fabric or patterns for any of the things that I've shared, do let me know down below. If you've enjoyed the video, it'd be really great if you could give it a thumbs up, and if you are not a subscriber at the moment, it'd be really great if you could subscribe and then hit the little bell button, and you'll get notified of any other videos that I bring out. That's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. My next video will hopefully be the day in the life of me, sharing how I managed to fit everything in. I'll have to try and get that filmed this week because it's the last week of school. So I'll be back soon with another video. Enjoy whatever you're up to. Take care. Bye.